Hi, this is Grammar, and I'm here to help you learn English the easy way. Now, today, let's take a look at the simple present tense. Now, basically, we use the simple present tense to talk about habits, how I'm feeling, routines, and general characteristics. Let's take a look at each one in a sentence. First, for habits. I run in the park every day. Feelings. John feels great today. Routines. I start work at 7 a.m. on weekdays. General characteristics. Debbie and Laura live in LA. Okay, now you may notice that this verb has an S. Let's explain why. Okay, now let's think of a verb. For example, play. So our verb is play. And we say, I play. You play. He, now we have to be careful here because this is a trick. For he, we add an S. So we say he plays. The same thing for she. For she, we're going to say she, and we add an S. She plays. And finally, for it. It, and we also add an S. It plays. For we, well, we simply have play. We play, you play, and finally, they play. So remember, for he, she, and it, don't forget to add your S. Okay, now let's take a look at this in an example. So I have a sentence. I play video games on weekends. However, if I say Mario, Mario is he, third person singular. So I add an S and I say Mario plays video games on weekends. Now, let's think of a different verb. For example, there's a verb that's very important because it's an auxiliary, okay? And that verb is the verb do. So here we have our verb do. So for I, we say I do. For you, we say you do. For he, let's remember, we need to add an S. However, this time, this verb is special. We're going to add an ES. So the same thing here. For she, we say she does. Now something's very interesting here is if you notice, when I say it this way, I say do. When I say it with my ES, I say does. So the pronunciation is going to change. Please be careful. And finally, we have it. Oops, I'm sorry. We have it does. Okay, now for all the other pronouns, for all the plurals, we simply have do. So we do. You do. They do. Okay, so once again, don't forget, for he, she, and it, don't forget your S. Okay, now let's take a look at this in a sentence. For example, I do homework on weekdays. However, Mario, let's remember that Mario is the same as he. So for Mario, I have to add ES. Mario does homework every day. I'm a little bit smarter than Mario. I don't have to do homework every day. Now, these two sentences are affirmative. Affirmative. Let's take a look at the negative forms. Okay, well the negative form is super easy. The only thing we're going to do is add, and you could make this contraction, we're going to say don't. So add N''T to all of these. I don't, you don't, he doesn't, she doesn't, it doesn't for things, and for the plurals, we don't, you don't, and they don't. Okay, now let's take a look at this in a sentence. So, for negative, I would say, I don't play video games on weekends. But for Mario, let's remember once again, Mario is he, third person singular. So I'm simply going to say Mario doesn't, and since we have our is here, we're going to eliminate this s. So now our sentence in negative is Mario doesn't play video games on weekends. Now, back to do and does. Okay, if I want to write a sentence, I need a subject, I need a verb, and I need a complement. So, I play video games on weekends. And this is for a statement. Now, what happens if I want to ask a question? Same information to make it easy. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add do, because remember, this is I. So, I do. Do I play video games on weekends? Now, once again, for third person singular. We have Mario plays, don't forget the S, Mario plays video games on weekends. This is for a statement. Once again, if I want to ask a question with the same information to make it easy, the only thing I'm going to do, let's remember, Mario is the same as he. So I'm going to use what? Does. And because I have my S here, let's eliminate that S. Does Mario play video games on weekends? So, let's answer this question. Does Mario play video games on weekends? Well, we can have affirmative. In that case, yes, he does. Or, if it's in negative form, no, he, let's remember, negative form, no, he doesn't. And finally, let's go back to this question. Do I play video games on weekends? Once again, I have affirmative and negative. For affirmative, yes, I do. And for negative, no, I don't. So, simple present tense is easy if you remember just a couple of things. Third person singular, he, she, it. Don't forget your S. And all this is practice. So, time to work. Practice makes perfect. Once again, simple present tense, easy peasy, super breezy.